The first time Leo laid eyes on Scorpio, it was like fire dancing over water. The heat met the depth, the boldness met the mystery, and neither could look away. Leo, the radiant king of the zodiac, exuded confidence and charm that made hearts flutter unconsciously. Scorpio, the enigmatic water sign, moved like shadows, silently observing, yet radiating a magnetism that Leo couldn't resist. They were opposites in every way. Leo thrived on admiration and attention, craving the stage, the spotlight, the thunder of applause for every step it took. Scorpio, on the other hand, thrived in intensity, in the quiet understanding of hidden motives and unspoken truths. Where Leo burned bright, Scorpio simmered deep. And when they met, the universe seemed to pause, curious to see what would happen. At first, there was fascination. Leo saw the depth in Scorpio's gaze, a universe of secrets and storms that called to their adventurous, proud heart. Scorpio saw the fire in Leo, the unyielding strength, the courage to burn brightly even in the harshest winds. They recognized each other instantly, not just as signs, but as forces. The world around them faded when they were together, replaced by a current of electric tension and unspoken questions. Can fire survive in water? Can water resist fire? In friendships, this combination could be either magnetic or volatile. Leo, ever generous with affection and warmth, could light up Scorpio's world like the first sunrise after a storm. Scorpio, fiercely loyal but silently intense, could challenge Leo in ways no other sign dared. Their bond was never ordinary, it was transformative. Leo pushed Scorpio to show their hidden emotions, to reveal the vulnerability they usually kept submerged. Scorpio pushed Leo to go deeper than surface admiration, to understand the subtleties of emotion and consequence, but it was in love where their true test began. Passion flared like wildfire when Leo and Scorpio connected on an intimate level. Their energy was intoxicating. Leo's dramatic gestures met Scorpio's intense, all-consuming devotion. Every glance, every word, every touch was loaded with power. It was not a love for the faint-hearted. Here, love was a battlefield and a sanctuary at once. Leo needed adoration and open expressions of affection. Scorpio needed depth and loyalty, a silent promise that nothing would betray the bond. When aligned, they became unstoppable. When clashing, the storm could be destructive. Legendary jealousy and pride were the twin shadows that stalked this pair. Leo's ego could be bruised easily, and Scorpio's desire for control could ignite battles that neither wanted but both were unwilling to back down from. Yet, if they learned to dance around these shadows, to honor each other's intensity without trying to overpower it, the connection became legendary. Every conversation was a chess game. Every moment together carried the weight of emotions both fierce and subtle. They were students of each other's hearts. Leo learned patience, Scorpio learned vulnerability. They taught, they challenged, they healed. And in this journey, what started as fascination transformed into something far deeper, a bond that was not just about attraction or desire, but about transformation, growth, and profound understanding. By the time they truly recognized each other, neither could imagine life alone. The fire and water merged, not to extinguish, but to create a new kind of energy, intense, unshakable, and unforgettable. They were a cosmic paradox, a love that demanded courage, passion, and surrender. And in that paradox lay the answer to every question. When Leo and Scorpio meet, the world takes note, because few combinations are as electrifying, as challenging, and as transformative. Friendship between Leo and Scorpio is never ordinary. When they meet as friends, there is an immediate recognition, a silent understanding that each holds power the other cannot ignore. Leo radiates warmth, laughter, and charisma, pulling people into their orbit effortlessly. Scorpio, with a quiet magnetism, observes, assesses, and understands the layers beneath every smile and word. Together, they create a dynamic that is both magnetic and unpredictable. At first, friendship feels like a game of intrigue. Leo thrives on excitement, always ready for adventure, social gatherings, and the thrill of new experiences. Scorpio, more reserved but intensely loyal, is drawn to Leo's light but rarely reveals the depths of their curiosity openly. Leo may not realize it, but Scorpio is studying them, reading their moods, sensing their vulnerabilities. And Leo, in turn, charms Scorpio with their openness, their unabashed love for life, and their ability to make even the mundane feel magical. This friendship is one of mutual fascination. Leo admires Scorpio's intensity, their unwavering focus, and their ability to penetrate illusions. Scorpio admires Leo's confidence, courage, and the way they command attention without ever seeming to try. Together, they create a balance, Leo bringing light to Scorpio's shadows, Scorpio teaching Leo to navigate the hidden currents of life. However, this friendship is not without its storms. Leo's pride and need for validation can sometimes clash with Scorpio's secretive nature and desire for control. Scorpio may feel that Leo is too loud, too superficial, or too easily swayed by others' opinions. Leo may feel that Scorpio is too brooding, too calculating, or too secretive. Misunderstandings arise when Scorpio interprets Leo's playful attention-seeking as arrogance, and Leo interprets Scorpio's intensity as possessiveness. Yet, when they understand each other's rhythms, the bond becomes extraordinary. Leo learns to appreciate Scorpio's silence, patience, and the thoughtful way they approach life. Scorpio learns to enjoy Leo's spontaneity, generosity, and ability to lighten the mood when tensions rise. Together, they balance fire and water, sometimes clashing, sometimes blending, but always creating energy that is impossible to ignore. In a group, this duo can dominate without even trying. Leo shines naturally, drawing eyes and admiration. Scorpio works subtly, influencing decisions, observing dynamics, and offering counsel that can be blunt but always profound. Friends notice the power of their combined energy, Leo's radiance amplified by Scorpio's depth. People may fear the intensity at times, but they cannot deny the allure of the friendship. There is also a mutual loyalty that forms once trust is established. Both signs are fiercely protective of those they care about. Leo's generosity and Scorpio's determination create a protective shield around their friends. Betrayal, however, is the ultimate test. Leo does not forgive easily when their pride is wounded, and Scorpio does not forget betrayal. It sinks into the depths and can shape their perception forever. But when loyalty is proven, their friendship becomes nearly unbreakable. Even outside social circles, their dynamic is like a silent pact. Leo brings excitement, courage, and laughter. Scorpio brings depth, strategy, and intuition. Adventures are memorable, conversations are intense, and mutual growth is inevitable. They push each other to new heights. Leo encourages Scorpio to take risks. Scorpio teaches Leo to think beyond the obvious. Together, they learn lessons about trust, patience, and emotional intelligence. In the end, Leo and Scorpio as friends are a force of nature. They can uplift, challenge, and transform each other in ways that few others can. It's a friendship filled with passion, loyalty, occasional storms, and profound understanding. And whether they remain friends for life or move into the realm of romance, the connection they share leaves an indelible mark on both hearts. Love between Leo and Scorpio does not happen quietly. It is explosive, magnetic, and unforgettable. The moment their eyes meet, there is an unspoken recognition, a pull that neither can resist. Leo, with their radiant warmth and commanding presence, feels drawn to Scorpio's depth, the storm hidden behind their calm exterior. Scorpio, ever observant and intensely private, feels captivated by Leo's fire, the courage and brightness that seem to illuminate the corners of their mysterious world. Their initial attraction is almost cinematic. Leo is mesmerized by Scorpio's allure, the way they move, the way they speak with deliberate intention, the way their gaze seems to look straight into Leo's soul. Scorpio is intrigued by Leo's boldness, their generosity, and the confidence that allows them to shine without dimming others. There is curiosity, fascination, and the faint hum of danger, all the ingredients of a love story that promises both ecstasy and challenge. At first, their interactions are a dance of push and pull. Leo, naturally open and expressive, showers Scorpio with attention, laughter, and charm. Scorpio, more reserved but intensely attentive, responds subtly, testing boundaries, gauging intentions, and offering glimpses of the depth that lies beneath. Every word, every glance carries weight. Every encounter feels charged with unspoken meaning. For both, it is intoxicating. The chemistry is undeniable. Leo's fire ignites Scorpio's water, creating steam, tension, and passion that is impossible to ignore. Scorpio's intensity pulls Leo in, challenging their ego, sparking admiration and respect, and even pushing Leo to reflect on their deeper emotions. Their conversations are magnetic, full of teasing, unspoken understanding, and the thrill of being understood without explanation. In each other's presence, they feel alive in a way that others cannot replicate. Yet, their love at the beginning is far from simple. Pride and jealousy lurk beneath the surface. Leo thrives on admiration and often seeks external validation, while Scorpio values loyalty and emotional depth above all else. Misunderstandings can arise. Leo may see Scorpio's silence as rejection, while Scorpio may see Leo's need for attention as superficial. But these challenges, instead of weakening the bond, only intensify it. Every conflict, every tension, is another spark in the fire that connects them. The early stages of their love are also playful and magnetic. Leo's generosity meets Scorpio's intensity in small gestures, an unexpected gift, a lingering gaze, a shared secret that deepens trust. Scorpio admires Leo's courage, their ability to face life with a bold heart, while Leo is drawn to Scorpio's mystery, the unspoken promise of passion and loyalty. Together, they are a whirlwind of laughter and desire. In these moments, they both learn something profound. Leo begins to appreciate the value of introspection, the beauty of quiet strength, and the art of observing before acting. Scorpio begins to embrace spontaneity, the joy of openness, and the thrill of unrestrained passion. Together, they become a mirror, reflecting each other's strengths and weaknesses, desires and fears. Their love at the beginning is also transformative. Neither can remain the same after encountering the other. Leo learns that true connection requires depth, patience, and respect for the unseen currents of emotion. Scorpio learns that love can be radiant, generous, and openly joyous without losing intensity. They awaken parts of each other that have long lain dormant, creating a bond that is as electrifying as it is profound. The beginning of Leo and Scorpio's love is a storm that feels like magic, a collision of fire and water, passion and mystery, light and shadow. It is a love that excites, challenges, and transforms. And as they take the first steps toward each other, neither can predict the heights they will reach, the depths they will explore, or the intensity of the love that is just beginning to blaze. Leo and Scorpio do not feel emotions lightly. When they care with intensity. When they hurt, the pain can be deep and lingering. Their emotional compatibility is a complex dance of fire and water, sometimes harmonious, sometimes turbulent, but always transformative. Leo wears their heart on their sleeve. They crave acknowledgement, appreciation, and affirmation. When Leo feels loved, they shine like the sun, radiating warmth, generosity, and joy. But when their pride is hurt, or when they feel ignored or unappreciated, their emotions flare into dramatic waves of frustration, sadness, or anger. Scorpio, on the other hand, internalizes their feelings. They feel everything deeply: love, anger, jealousy, disappointment, but rarely reveal the full extent immediately. Scorpio's emotional world is a labyrinth, layered with secrecy, introspection, and unspoken truths. They observe, analyze, and only share when trust is fully earned. When these two come together emotionally, the result can be electric. Leo admires Scorpio's depth, while Scorpio is drawn to Leo's openness. Leo teaches Scorpio the joy of expressing feelings outwardly, celebrating love and connection. Scorpio teaches Leo the power of introspection, patience, and emotional endurance. Yet, conflict is inevitable. Leo's boldness can sometimes hurt Scorpio, who may retreat or respond with intense, quiet pressure. Scorpio's intensity can overwhelm Leo, triggering defensiveness or prideful reactions. These moments can escalate quickly, fueled by Leo's dramatic flair and Scorpio's deep emotional currents. The key to harmony lies in understanding and timing. Leo must learn to approach Scorpio's emotions with patience, sensitivity, and respect for their need for space. Scorpio must learn to acknowledge Leo's emotional needs openly, offering reassurance and validation without manipulation. When both practice empathy, their emotional connection strengthens, creating a bond that is deeply secure and mutually empowering. Healing is another area where this duo excels, if they choose growth over pride. Leo, with their generosity and warmth, can help Scorpio release grudges, fears, or insecurities. Scorpio, with their insight and loyalty, can help Leo navigate emotional vulnerabilities they may usually ignore or suppress. Together, they have the ability to transform emotional pain into growth, connection, and understanding. Transformative emotional intimacy for Leo and Scorpio is not casual, it is immersive. Every word, gesture, and silence carries weight. Leo brings light and encouragement. Scorpio brings depth and reflection. When aligned, their emotional bond feels like a sanctuary, safe, passionate, and profoundly transformative. In essence, the emotional compatibility between Leo and Scorpio is a test of courage, patience, and love. They challenge each other, push each other, and demand honesty and authenticity. But the reward is a relationship where both feel seen, understood, and cherished in ways few other combinations can provide. In the relationship between Leo and Scorpio, trust is not casual, it is earned, fiercely guarded, and tested repeatedly. Both signs are proud, strong-willed, and emotionally intense, making the dance of trust and jealousy one of the most powerful aspects of their bond. Leo wears their heart openly, radiating warmth and affection, but their ego craves admiration and acknowledgement. When Leo senses doubt, betrayal, or neglect, the wound cuts deeply, and their pride flares in dramatic bursts. Leo may confront openly, seeking validation and reassurance. Scorpio may retreat, observe, and test the loyalty of Leo in subtle, calculated ways. These patterns can ignite dramatic confrontations, but they also have the potential to deepen the bond when both parties commit to honesty, communication, and respect. Power dynamics are fascinating in this duo. Leo naturally assumes the spotlight, commanding attention with their charisma and confidence. Scorpio commands the unseen, the currents beneath the surface, the silent influence, the emotional depth that Leo cannot ignore. In conflict or challenge, neither wants to yield first. Yet, when they respect each other's strengths, they create a balance where Leo's openness and Scorpio's subtlety complement rather than compete. Testing each other is common. Scorpio may observe how Leo reacts to attention, praise, or flirtation from others. Leo may notice Scorpio's quiet vigilance and intense focus on their loyalty. These tests are not necessarily malicious, they reflect each sign's need for security, understanding, and emotional reassurance. How they navigate these challenges determines the strength and longevity of their relationship. Trust grows slowly but solidly. Leo learns to appreciate Scorpio's loyalty and emotional insight, understanding that their intensity is a form of devotion rather than control. Scorpio learns to trust Leo's warmth and generosity, realizing that their prideful gestures are genuine expressions of love rather than vanity. Together, they build a foundation where jealousy does not dominate but instead guides them toward deeper understanding. When betrayal or dishonesty occurs, the consequences are intense. Leo feels publicly humiliated and personally wounded. Scorpio feels deeply violated and may carry the sting silently for years. Healing requires humility, sincerity, and unwavering effort from both sides. Only through mutual acknowledgement of mistakes, open dialogue, and consistent actions can trust be restored fully. Ultimately, the interplay of trust and jealousy between Leo and Scorpio is a testament to the intensity of their bond. They challenge each other, push boundaries, and demand loyalty, not out of insecurity alone, but because both crave authentic, profound connection. When mastered, their relationship becomes a sanctuary of unwavering trust, where pride, power, and passion coexist in harmony. For Leo and Scorpio, who bends first is rarely about weakness, it is about respect, understanding, and mutual love. Each learns the art of compromise without losing their essence, creating a bond that is both intense and enduring, fierce and secure. When Leo and Scorpio come together in professional or teamwork settings, their dynamic is magnetic, intense, and results-driven. Both signs are ambitious, but they approach challenges differently, creating a mix of creativity, strategy, and unstoppable energy that can dominate any field. If they learn to respect each other's strengths, Leo thrives in the spotlight. They excel in roles that demand leadership, creativity, and recognition. Their energy is radiant, inspiring colleagues and friends alike. They bring confidence, charisma, and enthusiasm to every task, naturally motivating the team to push beyond limits. Scorpio, however, works quietly, strategically, and with laser-focused determination. They excel in research, problem-solving, and managing behind-the-scenes complexities. While Leo shines outwardly, Scorpio ensures the structure, depth, and stability required for success. Together, Leo and Scorpio create an unstoppable professional partnership. Leo dreams boldly and sets ambitious goals, Scorpio maps the path, anticipates challenges, and ensures that no detail is overlooked. Their combined energy can transform visions into reality, with Leo energizing the team and Scorpio steering the direction with precision. However, challenges arise when control, pride, or ego interfere. Leo may feel frustrated if Scorpio works silently without giving them visible acknowledgement. Scorpio may feel irritated if Leo takes risks without considering long-term consequences. Both signs are strong-willed and rarely yield immediately, which can cause clashes if they fail to communicate clearly. The key to their work compatibility is respect for each other's approach. Leo must value Scorpio's strategic insight and behind-the-scenes power, understanding that their quiet influence is crucial to success. Scorpio must recognize Leo's leadership, vision, and motivational energy, appreciating the spark that drives teams forward. When both honor each other's methods, the partnership becomes legendary. In leadership roles, this duo is formidable. Leo inspires loyalty through charisma and courage, while Scorpio commands respect through insight, strategy, and unwavering commitment. Teams under their guidance often find themselves energized, challenged, and deeply engaged. Together, they balance vision with execution, passion with precision, and creativity with strategy. In competitive fields, Scorpio's analytical prowess complements Leo's daring and confidence. While Leo takes bold leaps and shines publicly, Scorpio ensures risks are calculated and consequences managed. They push each other to grow. Leo learns foresight and patience, while Scorpio learns confidence and bold expression. The balance of fire and water here is literal: one sparks, one channels, both create impact. Financially, they can thrive if they combine Scorpio's resourcefulness with Leo's drive. Leo's bold initiatives, combined with Scorpio's planning, can lead to successful ventures and stability. Challenges occur if ego dominates. Leo may overspend or seek attention-driven projects. Scorpio may control resources too tightly or overanalyze risks. Open communication and mutual respect prevent power struggles, ensuring shared success. Ultimately, Leo and Scorpio in work and career are a power couple of ambition, strategy, and charisma. Their strengths complement, challenge, and elevate each other. When aligned, they can achieve legendary results, earning admiration, respect, and success that few others can match. Their professional bond reflects their overall compatibility: intense, transformative, and unstoppable when balanced. Leo and Scorpio are two of the most intense signs of the zodiac. Their love, friendship, and partnerships are charged with fire and water, passion and depth, pride and secrecy, light and shadow. While this makes their connection magnetic, it also brings challenges that test their patience, loyalty, and resilience. The first challenge is pride. Leo's confidence can tip into arrogance, and their desire to be admired can sometimes overshadow Scorpio's need for depth and emotional security. In moments of conflict, words can sting, gestures can be misinterpreted, and emotions can spiral. Both signs feel things profoundly, so even minor misunderstandings can feel like emotional earthquakes. Yet, these challenges are also opportunities for growth and transformation. Leo learns patience, humility, and the value of emotional depth. Scorpio learns openness, trust, and the beauty of vulnerability. Both signs feel things profoundly, so even minor misunderstandings can feel like emotional earthquakes. Yet, these challenges are also opportunities for growth and transformation. Leo learns patience, humility, and the value of emotional depth. Scorpio learns openness, trust, and the beauty of vulnerability. Both discover that love is not about domination but about balance, respect, and mutual empowerment. Healing in this relationship requires communication, empathy, and self-awareness. Leo must express feelings without ego, acknowledging Scorpio's perspective and emotions. Scorpio must communicate intensity without secrecy or manipulation, allowing Leo to feel included in the emotional journey. Together, they can turn conflicts into lessons, anger into understanding, and tension into a deeper connection. Their evolution as a pair is profound. Each challenge becomes a mirror, reflecting unresolved fears, insecurities, and desires. Leo helps Scorpio step into the light, embrace joy, and celebrate victories without guilt. Scorpio helps Leo dive deeper, uncover hidden emotions, and cultivate emotional resilience. Together, they heal old wounds, strengthen bonds, and elevate each other's spirits. Another key to healing is mutual forgiveness. Both signs feel emotions intensely, but neither forgets easily. Forgiveness must be sincere and patient. Scorpio must trust that Leo's gestures of love are genuine, and Leo must accept Scorpio's intensity as a form of devotion rather than control. When forgiveness flows, their bond becomes unbreakable, a fortress built of passion, loyalty, and understanding. Challenges also teach them the art of compromise. Leo learns that not every moment needs grandiosity. Scorpio learns that not every detail needs deep analysis. Together, they discover the rhythm of balance, where fire and water meet, clash, and finally blend into harmony. Ultimately, Leo and Scorpio's journey through challenges and healing is what makes their relationship legendary. They are not a pairing of convenience or ease, they are a pairing of transformation. Each challenge, conflict, or storm only strengthens the connection when faced with courage, patience, and love. And as they evolve together, they realize that the greatest power of their bond is not passion alone, but the ability to grow, heal, and become stronger together. Leo and Scorpio are a pairing that the zodiac watches with awe and curiosity. Fire and water rarely meet with such intensity, and when they do, the connection is both magnetic and transformative. The final question always arises: are they soulmates destined for profound love, or are they forces that will clash and destroy each other? The answer is both, and it depends entirely on their willingness to grow, compromise, and embrace the paradox of their relationship. Leo brings light, courage, and generosity, while Scorpio brings depth, loyalty, and emotional mastery. Together, they form a bond that can be legendary, inspiring awe in those who witness it. Their energy is electric, their passion undeniable, and their influence on each other transformative. As soulmates, Leo and Scorpio teach each other life lessons that no one else can. Leo learns patience, emotional depth, and the beauty of subtlety. Scorpio learns openness, celebration, and the value of joy expressed freely. Together, they heal old wounds, ignite hidden potentials, and inspire each other to shine in ways they never imagined. Their love is profound, immersive, and unforgettably intense. Yet, they also carry the potential for destruction. Pride, jealousy, and unhealed emotional wounds can lead to epic clashes. Leo may feel stifled or unappreciated, Scorpio may feel betrayed or misunderstood, and their battles can be dramatic, emotional, and consuming. If they fail to navigate these challenges with awareness, their connection can become a storm, powerful, destructive, and impossible to ignore. The destiny of Leo and Scorpio is not fixed. It is a dance of choice, understanding, and growth. When they respect each other's strength, embrace vulnerability, and communicate openly, they become unstoppable. When they cling to ego, fear, or control, they face turbulence. This duality is the essence of their connection, a love that is either legendary or catastrophic, never mundane. In friendships, partnerships, or romance, they leave a mark that is unforgettable. People notice the magnetism, the power, and the intensity of their bond. They inspire, challenge, and transform each other. Their connection is not measured by ease, but by depth. Ultimately, Leo and Scorpio are a cosmic paradox, soulmates who challenge each other to grow, or destroyers who reflect each other's shadows. But for those willing to embrace the intensity, patience, and emotional depth required, their relationship becomes a story worth telling, a bond worth cherishing, a love that's always remembered. The verdict is clear: Leo and Scorpio are destined for transformation. Whether that transformation manifests as enduring love, powerful friendship, or life-changing lessons depends entirely on their choices. They are rare, intense, and unforgettable, a pairing that embodies the very essence of fire meeting water, courage meeting depth, and pride meeting mystery.